Alright, what's going on, man? It's your boy Kurt Cloth, and I'm back with another video, man. Look for my starting somewhere. I'm not going nowhere. Look. Now, if you're watching this video, you're probably like, oh, you usually scream when you start your videos, or you usually do some antic. It's just because, like, I have a full-time job, and some weeks are better than other weeks. I'm not saying this was a bad week, but there was a lot going on this week. I really don't have, like, the same level of, like, energy that I did in previous weeks. So it's just like it's the reality of it. I don't want to make it seem like, you know, I don't get affected by what goes on in like my day-to-day life. Again, social media is something that I do on the side. I have a full-time job. I also have, you know, family priorities, business stuff that I take care of. So this week I kind of just like, I was like, I don't have the energy to like fake it on camera and be, like, I just didn't have the energy to do it this week. But again, I do bring y'all weekly videos. So next week you'll catch me and I'll be screaming again. But let's talk about this video. Now, if you've been paying attention to my recent pickup videos, or if you paid attention to what I've been posting on Instagram, you've probably been seeing me tag this brand quite often. Now, as y'all know, I probably gained about 40 to 50-ish pounds in the last year. So like I got rid of like 95% of my closet. I'm talking down to like, I only had maybe 3 pairs of pants and a couple of shirts, like a handful of shirts. Not even kidding. That's why I wasn't posting, but like I legitimately sold the majority of my closet, so I really didn't have any clothes left because I grew out of them. And there was also just pieces in there I didn't really love anymore. There were things in my closet I didn't go and reach for, and that's like the main thing for me as I'm going forward and building my new closet is I want to be able to like frequently pick up things. I don't want things to just sit there. I don't want to just, you know, forget about a piece. Like I want my closet to always be in cycle week to week, or if I'm not wearing one piece, one week I could wear it that next week. So that's kind of like the aim and focus for my closet now. And that's why I've been kind of like very carefully been selecting and kind of figuring out what brands or what silhouettes or what are the typical things that I will wear on a frequent basis. And a brand that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Denim Tears. I wasn't planning on actually buying this much from this brand. I had bought a piece from them, I want to say 2 years ago. And that was just like the only piece that I had. I kind of was like straying away from it just because like once I see a lot of people wearing a certain thing, I typically try to gravitate away from that just because like to me, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I don't want to associate how I dress with how everyone else is dressing. I'm not trying to just be different for the sake of being different, but I really just don't like seeing, you know, things in abundance. I don't like seeing somebody matching a piece that I have just because like that's just me. I like wearing my own thing. I like doing my own thing. And when it comes to Denim Tears, there's just certain pieces that just get cycled through and through. And obviously I'm talking about the Laurel Reefs. Like I thought the sweatpants, the denim jackets, the pants, the shorts, and like the do-rag that they did, I thought that was the bulk of what this company did. And I thought that's what the bulk of this brand was. It looked dope, but then like when you out in public and you just see something too much, it kind of just, I wouldn't say it devalues the brand, but it just, to me, it makes me not want to buy it just because it seems like it's kind of just watered down or it's kind of just basic, but not in a harmful way. I don't know if I can really explain that too much, but like when I see way too many people rocking it, that strays me away from like wanting to get it. And especially if I thought that was the main thing they did. But last year I bought a piece from them. I was like, okay, like I'm checking out the website, I'm scrolling it, I'm like seeing different things. I'm like, oh, like it's not just Laurel Reefs. They have different crew necks. They have things with different sayings on it, different meanings on it, different symbols. And I was like, okay, cool. So the first thing that I ever bought from Denim Tears was actually this. And it's gonna be these sweatpants right here. It's gonna be these yellow jogger or sweatpants. And it has the Denim Tears right here in the green. And really, this was just like my introduction to the brand. I didn't wanna buy something crazy expensive. I didn't wanna buy something where I didn't know if it was gonna be fitting my current style in 6 months from now, just because I feel like at one point in time, my style was changing quite drastically. But I just want to like ease into it. And I feel like sweatpants are just such an easy thing to do, whether you're just wearing something casual or if you're stepping out with some friends or you're running errands. And honestly, to some degree, just depending on the fit, I feel like sweatpants kind of be jazzed up to kind of tread that territory between casual and almost like a smart casual, just depending on how you like style it. But I'll say that for another video. But yeah, I remember opening this package and I remember my first reaction after looking at it, obviously, I remember feeling the sweats and I was like, oh wow, like these are actually really good quality sweatpants, bro. I was like shocked. And not for the sake of, because I feel like there's a common stereotype when it's like a black owned or black designer. People always associate that with a lower quality good, and I never understood that one. But I was just shocked because like a lot of people get into clothes or get into fashion just to make a quick dollar. They don't really care about the clothes. They don't really care about the quality of the stuff. They're just trying to get it out. And especially if you have a name such as like Tremaine, I feel like he could sell stuff that was lower quality than this and still get it out just because like he has that name. But again, when I opened the package, the first thing I noticed, I was like, oh, like the material's actually like, it's fire. And this purchase was back in like 2022. So the next purchase actually did not happen until 2024. And that is gonna be this piece right here is gonna be a type 2 jacket. And honestly, I didn't have this thought before when I first got this, but it kind of has like that watermelon rind look to it with the print on here. And it definitely has the color association with watermelons. Got the green, got the black, got the red, you got the yellow spot. If you know, you know. I don't know if that was like the true inspiration for this, but just looking at it now, for some reason I caught that. But again, type 2 jacket, love a type 2, love it. And especially this, just because like a lot of type 2s come very basic. Nothing wrong with basic. It's just that like a lot of type 2s are just denim, or a light wash, a dark wash, medium wash for the most part. And I was like, okay, like this is different. This stands out. I love type 2s. So when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, like instantly gravitated to it. Only thing I would change about this is just like the cut. I kind of like a little bit more of a crop. So I do plan on taking this to a tailor that could take it up just a little bit, just so I can layer it the way that I like to layer things. But again, second purchase from the brand, really ecstatic about it. Really like the piece, really good material, really good quality. And I was like, okay, like again, reassuring and also reaffirming with me, like this brand is really dope. I'm gravitating to this brand way more than I thought I would ever. Like I was like, this is my second piece now. And this is a pricey piece. So as y'all know, I have a podcast called Cloth Talk, and I have my boy Ju joining on. And we talked about the Kiss My Grits collection from Denim Tears. And I had some concerns just because like when it comes to like black history or when it comes to like black experiences and, you know, on initial look and you see things that have, you know, chicken bone necklace, and you see things like watermelon, grits, okra, and things like that are like really entrenched into the history of like food when it comes to like African Americans. I was just like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel being black wearing a chicken bone necklace. Like, let's be honest. And honestly, the price point, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not getting that. But I was just like, how do I feel about wearing a chicken bone necklace? How do I feel about wearing a watermelon t-shirt? What's my feelings on wearing, you know, something that has plenty of grits on it? Like, I had all these, you know, confusions at the time where like, do I really like it? Is it really sending the right message? Like, and not saying it for the sake of like, oh, you know, cause like, I like those foods. I like grits, like watermelon, like chicken, like there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, what message am I sending to other people when I'm wearing this that's not a part of the culture? And the call out that I had for Tremaine, also just Denim Tears, because I know it's more people than just him. I was like, I feel like the story isn't really being told about why these food groups are fed to us, why, you know, these are so big within, you know, the culture. And I feel like there was kind of like a disconnect between the storytelling with the pieces, because I feel like there is a great story to tell. And I feel like it needs to be told if you're gonna do things where people are buying it and consuming it and putting it on their body. But after doing more research, looking at more articles, I also saw his series he did on YouTube, kind of talking about, you know, the guy with the watermelon business, or also just like the fresh produce business, and like giving him a spotlight. Then also talking to the OG, talking about his experience with grits, and, you know, Tremaine talking about how his mom would say like, kiss my grits, and like, you know, kind of tying in his story, also bringing in other stories, also propping up a black business, also telling people they should also eat better and grow their own food. That's also like really big. So I definitely, like, after seeing that and also just reading a little bit more, I was like, okay, like cool. Like he did it to his best extent. You can't really put all the weight on him to tell the black experience, just because like there's no one that does that. Like, you know, as somebody that's right now doing a little bit more research, reading a little bit more, learning about different stories, because I feel like a lot of the times when it comes to like black brands, they focus on the main, you know, figures. Martin Luther King, always got a Dr. King shirt, Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Marcus Garvey, which I see that name starting to pop up more. But I feel like, I feel like a lot of these brands would benefit just like you could be a good brand, but also start telling different stories. There are way more stories, way more history. Let's hear about the Martin Delaney's of the world. Let's hear about the Sarah Bartmans. Let's hear about the Bishop Turner. Let's hear about, just all these other prominent figures that get lost just because of their other names that are bigger. Like, I feel like that can really propel this. Like, Denim Tears is kind of like, they put out this statement saying like they're the most dangerous brand. And I feel like they could do that. It really could. It doesn't feel like that now. I'll go ahead and say that. It doesn't feel like that now. But I feel like the way that he's going with Denim Tears, it really could be. So after getting a little bit more information, I was like, okay, I could get jiggy with this. This is a brand I could get behind. This is a brand I can support just because like you're not just leaving it at, oh, buy my chicken bone necklace and like just be a walking stereotype. Like now you're like trying to tell stories with this brand, which I thought was super dope. I'm sure he's been doing that before. And this is still like some of my first interactions with the brand. Like this is the first collection that I actually dove into. This is the first collection where I had an opinion about something. So I'm sure he's been doing this before, but again, this is my first time interacting with this brand in this way. So, so I've been yapping this whole time. I haven't even shown what I got from this collection. So the first thing that I got from this collection is gonna be this Kiss My Grits, like gingham plaid shirt. It says Kiss My Grits along the bottom right here. And then the second thing that I bought, but I got these okra sweatpants. But I got these two pieces. And I feel like these are like the two pieces that are kind of calling out to me the most. There are two other pieces from this collection. One being that leather red jacket. I thought that was super dope. Thought it was different. And again, what makes this so dope, I don't think I like mainline Denim Tears. If I want to call it that, the mainline stuff being like the Laura Reese stuff, like I can just outright say that I don't think I'll ever wear the Laura Reese stuff just because like it's just everywhere. And I want to say everywhere because I seen a video of these two dudes that were not black screaming the N-word and they were wearing Denim Tears clothing, and I'm just like, I definitely can't get behind it now, bro. You fucking dog! You fucking dog! But I digress. The stuff that is not the mainline stuff is so dope, bro. I'm telling you, the material wise is fire, design wise is fire. Like the overall creation behind the brand and some of these pieces is just like, I think it's super dope. So I'm gonna go ahead and show what the sweatpants look like on. And again, these are just standard sweatpants. I wear these on flights. I go to the gym in these. I go to the grocery store in these. I run errands in these, like, and they're just like really comfortable. Like they're not as thick as the other ones, which I kind of appreciate because I live in Texas and I don't think I could wear two sweatpants like this back to back and survive in Texas heat. But the overall weight on these are kind of lighter than the other ones. Again, still structured well, still really good color. Overall sizing works. And these are going to be a size large. I typically wear like a 34 on the very low end, upwards to a 36. These fit me pretty well. The next piece I'm gonna show you is going to be the gingham shirt. Now this shirt is fire, bro. Like I've already put a fit together for these. Like this shirt is heat, bro. Like I could definitely say this is one of those pieces that is gonna be in my closet for a very long time. I would say though, the only thing that I will probably change about this shirt is the length of the sleeves. And again, that's subjective. You know, some people wear it like this, some people wear it like that. But I definitely think I'm gonna be taking this to a tailor, having the sleeves taken up just a little bit, just in case if I wanna rock a watch, you know, the sleeve isn't covering it completely. But all in all though, my overall feelings about this brand have definitely changed sporadically, I would say in a couple years, just because like doing a little bit more research on the brand. I find the silhouettes that this brand offers definitely just fits more in line with where my closet's going. It's overall different from what I'm seeing from other brands, which I think is really dope. But overall, like my feelings for Denim Tears, like this is definitely a brand that I think I'm gonna continue to get good pieces from. That's gonna be my opinions of Denim Tears, but also the Kiss My Grits collection. Again, this is the first collection that I really dove deep into what Denim Tears is all about, what this collection was all about. And I think he has some really good quality pieces. again, outside the mainline stuff, I think that he's really making dope and unique things with this brand. And I think if he continues on with that, rather than focusing so much on that, I think this could be one of those brands that have like legit longevity compared to other brands that's in the same category. But let me know what you think of this Kiss My Grits collection. Would you rock anything from this collection? Did you look at it? Also, do you own anything from Denim Tears? Let me know in the comments. But without further ado, like I always do, I'll catch y'all in the next one.
But I love the way you work it. Ay, I love the way you work it for